Hey everybody, and welcome to my review of One Piece Chapter 1136, The Country That Awaits the Sun. So, on this chapter, we got another issue of Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, where the captured Upholdham is taken to where he is based, and we'll see that it is some sort of a building in the shape of Who's who is likely the leader of this gang consisting of former members of the Beast Pirates who has been kidnapping women for some reason. What's going on there? Well, I guess we'll see later. So, going further, we see as Luffy is talking to the giants and, just having good chit chat time and everything's going well. Sanji's simping. Road is apologizing and being beat up. Zoro says that if it wasn't for Gerd and Goldberg beating up Road, he would have cut off Road's head, which I call a little bit of cap on because they were all walking away, but whatever. And Road mentions the Sun God, and Zoro's like, the Sun God? And this starts an entire political debate. Are you kidding me? The Sun God isn't merely a ruler. That's right, he's the god of liberation. No, more like destruction. You're both wrong. Everyone knows he was the god of laughter. And people start getting in a huge fight, beating each other up as Jarl Mountainbeard starts explaining. No one can say for sure which translation is accurate. According to the Harley text, the world has been destroyed twice, and the name of the Sun God is invoked after each instance. Who can say if he was a savior, brought destruction, or all we know is he was a herald for change? That's why the rulers of the day tend to fear Nika's return. Huh. That Bonnie guy mentioned, and yes, the Sun God has become a symbol for someone hopeless and desperate for salvation, and then starts describing him. And Luffy's like, huh, no wonder people say I look similar to him. Well, that's got nothing to do to me. We got Goldberg, Stanson, and Hiruden being like, don't be so dismissive. We all look up to Nika. Like, you'd be as hyped as we are if you knew just how much we cared about him. And then out of nowhere, Jarl is like, no, I think Loki was the same. He believed his motives for killing his own father was an attempt to follow in Nika's footsteps. All of the people of the village just yell out, there's nothing that can justify what he did, Elder. Luffy's a little confused and he's like, oh, Loki, so, yeah, he's a good guy, right? Clearly trying to gauge people, see what they think of Loki since he made a deal with Loki. Everyone yells at him saying, no way in hell! And they start explaining all the horrible things he's done in a montage which seems very similar to to all the deeds of Kozuki Oden. They're like, oh well, when he was born, the royal steed died shortly after. Yeah, and when he was born that year, Big Mom murdered Yorl, and tragedies kept happening. Like one time, he tamed a bunch of the beasts and released them into the village, which, yeah, that is probably his fault. And he was an arsonist, also probably his fault. But like, oh yeah, his mom died soon after he was born. Like, yeah, they talk about things, some of which not really being his fault, but yeah. And then they said he killed his own dad, a splendid man who tried to make contact with the outside world, and even Jarl was stabbed by trying to stop Loki. My helmet saved me in the end. It didn't save anything. It's going through your head. And yeah, they explained that Loki's reign of terror finally came to end 6 years ago when and he was running amok at sea, and Shanks captured him. And it doesn't say that Shanks became a Yonko after capturing him, but we know that Shanks became a Yonko 6 years ago. And so they're talking about Shanks and how much he wants to see them. And Luffy basically says, hey, I met Loki. I need the key. And Zoro's like, all right, bet. Let's go up to that castle. Nami's like, what are you two idiots doing? You're going there without me? You wanna come? Well, yeah, there's treasure, of course. Love Nami, never change. They bring up Road tied up as their slave and navigator to the castle. To which Zeus says, don't forget, I'm her #1 slave and Sanji's #2. You're the #3 slave, bitch. And Road is very happy to be Nami's #3 slave. Which, to be fair, I think most people who are who read One Piece would be okay being Nami's #3 slave. Then we go to the realm of the dead, where Loki is just laughing his ass off. So, okay, what's this? If I understand your offer correctly, then I'm gonna have to refuse. I'm sure it's an honor to be invited to join the Gods Knights, but wouldn't that make you celestial dragons? Do you really think there is fucking anyone on this planet willing to become those scum? The Shanks looking guy is like, have any intel? Girl says, all the informants sent to Elbath reported be a giant crow heading for them, or their transmission cut off. So they were likely sending a bunch of Cypher Pole agents to Elbath who are being kidnapped by a crow. That's what Road's been doing. It's possible that Road, the absolute scumbag, has inadvertently been capturing Cypher Pole agents. And this girl's like, I'm done standing by. This is the definition of impertinence. Her sleeve starts unrolling into an arrow as she gets a title card, God's Knight Gyunko. So Dog goes to attack her. She sends an arrow out from her sleeve. It goes downwards, wraps around the dog's neck, and goes upward to hang the dog as she moves her hand to move the arrow. And Loki's crying out, hey, wolf! And the Shanks looking guy says, if we would have spared him, would you have changed your mind? Loki takes a moment to get calm and says, that's how he operates. You know, I accept my friend's death and I wish him a peaceful one. It's okay to grieve and rage. Warrior never kicks and screams in the face of death. I'll swallow all my fury and use it to fuel me when I reduce this world to rubble. End of chapter. We are getting God's Knights versus Loki. We are getting Straw Hats going to the castle. This is a hype chapter, and yeah. But if you think this chapter is hype, get ready for the next one. And fucking get ready for the next one.